Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Himes. This week we're talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Allie Glazner, and rowing coach, Mike Knopp. Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Allie Glazner, a freshman soccer player from Edmond. She had 2 goals and assists last week, including the winning goal against Southwestern Oklahoma State. And you played on defense and in the midfield this season. Which do you prefer?
First coming into it, I thought I was gonna like the back better because that's what I'm used to. But then after they pushed me up, I really enjoy attacking. So now I enjoy the left mid.
How does your preparation change depending on which position you're going to play?
I mean, it doesn't really, because I never know before the game which one I'm gonna play. Because one of our outside backs is hurt sometimes, or she's not there because she's a music major, and so it just depends what I'm gonna play. I don't even know usually.
Describe what it was like to score your first collegiate goal.
It did not feel real at first. I scored and I was like, what in the world? I just scored in a college game, and then I was like, dang, this is actually college now. It was really cool though.
What are your career plans?
At first I was gonna try and major in criminal justice, but then I wanted to do accounting because I want to do something with the FBI. It's a big dream, but we'll see.
And how do you feel like OCU helps you toward that goal?
They have a really good accounting program and the business, and so I love the soccer, so I figured, hey, there's gonna be a good business, so I have to. I mean, it's a good choice, I thought so.
And can you share something with us about yourself that people may not necessarily know?
Well, usually, whenever I'm on the field, I should be really comfortable, but before every game, I'm just as nervous before that one than I was any other game. I get so nervous so easily.
All right, we've been talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Allie Glazner. You can keep up with OCU soccer on OCUsports.com.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to OCU rowing coach Mike Knopp. The head of the Oklahoma Regatta takes place September 29th through October 2nd. Coach, tell us about that event coming up.
Well, sure. This is going to be another really great event. Typically, the regatta is one of the largest events every year in school history. Keep trying to make it bigger and better each year we do it, and this year is going to be no exception. This year, really, one of the big features is we're going to have the return of the USA Rowing World Challenge, which means we're going to have teams from all over the world coming to Oklahoma City to race. These are national teams, Olympic caliber teams that we'll see in the London Olympics, including Germany, Italy, China, Canada, all coming to race Team USA. So it's pretty exciting that we're having this high-level international competition integrated into our event. And then of course, we also have the OCU head of the Oklahoma, which will have collegiate teams like Harvard, Stanford, Cal Berkeley, and Miami, among many others that are coming to race. So the level of competition keeps going up and up every year.
A popular feature in the regatta every year has been the night sprints. For people who may not have seen that, what goes on at those events?
Well, we like to emphasize our night racing at the event. It's very unique for Oklahoma City. We've pioneered this actually internationally, and we thought, well, it works pretty well for baseball and football. It ought to work well for water sports, and it has. And I think it's one of those exciting opportunities we have as a city and a university to really take the lead in something that I think is going to be a big thing for the sport in the future. And so this year, again, we'll have these big trucks that come in that light NASCAR events that will light the river, both Friday night and Saturday night. Friday night will feature the World Challenge events along with corporate rowing. We'll have about 40 corporate rowing teams. And then Saturday night, we'll have the collegiate competition under the lights. And, the best way to describe it is it's sort of like we try to make it like a major league sporting event, in that it's a real show. I mean, you come, there's music, there's fireworks. We have some new pyrotechnics this year to go along with the racing to just kind of make it as exciting as we possibly can. We'll have people out in boats shooting T-shirts into the audience. We'll have, again, like I said, some loud music and everything else that just really makes it exciting. And if you haven't seen it before, it's really something to see. And one of the great things about this as well is this is the last year that we're going to use temporary lights because of the success. Lighting has been integrated into the MAPS 3 project, and we will have permanent lighting on the river that will debut at the 2012 event.
Let's talk about OCU specifically now. Edgar's Boyd-Manis and Catherine Shiro both took home championships at the Dad Vale last year. Talk about what their success says about your program.
Well, I think it's great that we're really proud of them and really what the whole team has been able to accomplish in the last year. The Dad Vale is one of the classic collegiate competitions in rowing. Rowing is the oldest intercollegiate sport in America, and with that comes some really deep tradition, and one of those traditions is the Dad Vale. And they introduced sculling into the event, single sculling into the event last year, and OCU took gold in both men's and women's categories. So we were really part of rowing history and tradition. And in fact, and that's something we're all very proud of, because I think it shows that OCU is becoming more and more of a national and international player in the sport, and by some very strategic moves we made with our program. And I think we're gonna see that continue to affect our number of athletes that come to OCU to be a part of our rowing and canoe kayak programs in the future. So.
You can't talk about rowing in Oklahoma City without mentioning the new Devon Boathouse. What's it been like having that venue for a year now, and what can we expect for the event coming up this week?
Well, it's just been tremendous. This is truly a world-class facility, and we have athletes from around the country who are training for the national team, or who are Olympic hopefuls, who have moved here because of that boathouse. And people have said it's the finest facility of its kind in the country, and if not the world. It's truly state of the art, and we're really proud to call it home. And the fact that we're fortunate enough, thanks to our friends at Devon Energy, to be able to feature this facility as our home. And the fact that it has an indoor rowing facility, that propulsion tank that our athletes can use, great weight facilities, just second to none. And I think it's really making an impact for us. And then also this year, we'll get to use it for the first time at the Regatta. And we really designed the building to support the Regatta, in that we have these incredible viewing areas that'll be used for our VIP spaces. And so, and it's really the centerpiece at the Regatta. Our merchandise and other features are in there as well. And everyone who comes to the event will get to tour it. So,
what do you feel like makes OCU unique?
Well, I think what makes us unique as a program is much like what makes the university unique academically, is that we're focusing, individually on our athletes, and that, we were the first to introduce collegiate sculling, as a varsity sport. We were the first to introduce canoe kayak as a varsity sport, and by that's why we're seeing Kat, Shiro, and Edgar's going off and winning gold medals at national events, because we've really focused on helping them achieve their individual goals, while at the same time, trying to strive for our team goals as well. So I think that's very unique to OCU. It's something we were strategic about, because we feel like the sport in America we need to develop greater talent, sculling talent, and it's something I think we're making an impact on, and just that individual attention, and of course the incredible facilities, urban venue, very public, and the fact that our regatta is one of the largest events in the city, downtown, and certainly at the university. I mean, it's just a very unique environment for rowing.
All right, we've been talking to OCU rowing coach Mike Knopp. Head of the Oklahoma Regatta takes place September 29th through October 2nd. That's it for this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. Check back every week for all the latest in OCU sports.